Evening, everybody. This is Anthony from Amped Airsoft, and this is Ask Amp 18. Whatever. 7 Hut. This is a question. This is a question and answer show where what we do is we take your questions that are submitted down below on Google Plus, on YouTube, or on not on Google Plus, but through Google Plus on our YouTube channel right here on this video, or on our Facebook. So what we do is we take your questions, we answer them as honestly as you can.
We try.
And then we talk about BB Wars and stuff. So it's what we do. So we're just going to go down the line. So I got my battle booze here.
Got squared. Oh, jumped him. OG Matt.
OG Matt and we're just going to go down the line. We're just
The
going
Matt
to go.
confusion continues. Mattception. There's so many in here. I can't even reach halfway down.
Oh, nose.
There's a lot of questions to answer. All right. This is from Trayman14. Hey, Amped, if you had a choice, what gun would you S&P for? Well, actually, we actually have a gem, which we posted some photos, what, a few months ago?
About a month ago.
Yeah. You like that,
the MG42.
You like that MG42 you
Oh,
built?
yeah.
I like
Oh,
the
yeah.
MG42 too.
Yeah. Real rate of fire.
What would I do?
I just want to drop in an M14 just to try. That'd be fun. You can't see it, but she's hiding up there.
You know me, I would want some kind of bullpup because they're hard to do.
There you go.
Og.
L85.
Ooh. Come on, you want.
I don't like them either, but I just want to do it because it's weird.
You want
Like,
L85.
I mean, personally, I would just run it in an M4 because that's what I like. But you know, whatever.
It happens.
G3.
G3. Yeah, I'm gonna do a G3. That's that. If you can see it, it's up in there
Yeah,
somewhere.
you can see
Maybe like
the bottom of the grip.
You can see like the pistol grip.
If they can see the jimmer patch, they can see a little bit of it.
Get to wrestle some jimmers. All right, this one's from Colin Dixon. What's a good radio for Milsim that won't break the bank? Baofeng.
Baofeng.
Do it. They're cheap. You can probably buy them in 2 packs for like $60 or you get 2 of them.
Because I'm actually looking to the...
all of us run them.
Yeah, I love mine.
I'm getting the 8-watt, and it's like $60, but I can hop like anything.
Yeah, that's that was a quick one. So let's do
you're
another one.
You're getting the 3,
Tri-power.
tri-power.
Opinions on the best gas blowback MP7, VFC, TM, WE, KWA, value for the money and performance. Easiest one to get a hold of parts for and to use is the KWA. TM's gonna be incredibly hard. The VFC is not allowed in this country currently unless you find super sneaky ways to get it in, in which case it could be seized in port, so you got to be very careful. I am not going to tell you how to do that because that's illegal. The Wii one, I just know.
I'm not a fan.
Not a fan. Not a fan.
So
the TM and the KWA are probably the easiest ones to get in. The TM is going to be still incredibly hard to get in, kind of like the VFC. I would take the KWA just because of readily available parts and mags and everything for it. You can find tons of them used and save some money if you really want to do that.
Yeah.
Easily.
Go. That was a pretty quick one too. Go for it. What do we got?
9711 Will. Does that stand for something?
I don't know.
He has an old G36 by SRC, and he's changed a few parts, but do you think it would be worth selling it secondhand, as I'm only allowed 2 guns? I'm assuming that's from his parents. His second gun is M4, so what would you suggest as a replacement?
Something that runs very similar to your M4, so that way you can change parts back and forth if one of them breaks.
Mags.
Mags.
Definitely, yeah.
Mags, hop-ups, barrels, so probably another
Have
M4.
one. Here you go.
That's what I would suggest. I mean, these are pretty, so far, these are pretty not so hardcore to answer. I'm kind of appreciating these.
This is literally one we just answered. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, if you want to keep like
related.
a G36 style, they make M4 mag adapters.
They
Yes,
do.
they do.
They do.
They work fairly decent. One of the guys on my
I've
had
seen,
one, so.
I've seen, my
any,
one buddy
or
had
many,
one
I
and
should
he
say.
vaporized that thing trying to put a mag in it one time.
Really?
Yeah, because it had a plastic tube that came down for.
Yep.
So
Okay.
I wouldn't recommend those personally.
I think it was
Just get another
Mag, but
M4.
Don't quote me on that.
Just look at me, look at my eyes. Just get another M4. They're so much easier, dude. So much easier.
Or AK.
And
Or an
then
AK. I like AKs too.
And just to knock this one out because we just answered it. Sorry, Jeremiah. Solid radio setup. Like we said,
Baofeng. I personally
Um,
prefer the lapel mics
Yeah,
for
he's
talking.
he's actually asking about the handheld speaker mics. I actually use the Prime Trooper. It costs like twice as much as the radio itself did, but I love that shoulder mic. BB Wars, obviously.
Priorities, we got them.
I'm getting Swordens.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try to get some Swordens.
The Swordens are gonna be awesome.
I'm gonna try to get some Swordens.
Prime definitely makes a lot of good stuff. They make like even like the little wraparound
and the stupid
boom mic.
I hate
throat
the throat
mics,
mics,
not
but
a
some
fan.
people really like them. But
But
they
I
make
would
nice
definitely
ones of
look
those.
at Prime, and
I can't remember which one.
Code
my buddy
Red's
has.
pretty good.
Code Red, I've looked into them a little bit, and I can't remember off the top of my head, but Baofangs are Kenwood.
Kenwood. They are
Is it
Kenwood.
It's Kenwood 2-pin, yep. So just make sure you double check that, and you're good to go.
Yeah, I like the Baofangs though because they're cheap. They
work.
can listen on one channel and transmit on another at the same time, so you can technically run back and forth on 2 different channels. They're a run Kenwood pin, so everything's real standard. They have really good range. They have really good reception. They have all kinds of really stupid features that are extra in them that are just hilarious.
There's a strobe light
There's
on it
a
for some
flashlight
reason?
on it, and you can listen to regular radio on it, for like in your car.
That's actually pretty fun.
the
I know
Humvee.
you can also make it a scanner.
Yeah, you can scan.
Yeah.
So the Baofang, Baofang, Bao Zedong, whatever you want to call it.
They're what, normally like between $30 and $40.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can,
30
like I
bucks.
said, you can
The
buy a
UV
2-pack for like $65. You can get 2 of them for $65.
Everybody has a version of the UV5R.
5R.
I got like the 5R AX Plus. There's like
ZQ,
20 versions. Yeah.
Alpha Niner. There's like 40 of them. dude.
All literally the same
It's
thing.
basically all the same thing, just
Yeah.
different companies build it and call it something different.
Yeah, I would suggest we're trying to become a distributor for those. So pretty soon you should be able to get those on our site.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I'm hoping. Just saying.
Do
Do it.
Like 'em.
If you get it,
Ooh, that one has a picture of the face. Ooh,
that'd be Mr.
So you know who it
Ryan
is?
Bauer.
Mr. Ryan Bauer, please.
Aw. Should we just
Thanks
should
for
we bring
answering
him
my
down
questions.
here?
You guys are awesome and keep up the great work. Which,
Well, Ryan's saying that, but we hired him, so
That was 2 videos ago, so
he can. That was before he knew he was going to
All
work here. So
I'm going to grab another one.
we're have to stop answering his questions.
yeah, we're just gonna start throwing them away.
I'll just go
Like, your
upstairs.
opinion is nothing.
I'll just walk upstairs and tell him that he's an idiot.
Oh, that's not nice.
That's not nice.
But I
Okay,
think it's
I
funny.
will tell him I do not approve of his questions. Even though I do, and there's nothing
Kind
wrong
of
with
meaner,
it.
but yeah, go for it.
Well, he's going to see it.
Yeah,
You know, that's really that sounds like a really evil thing that like a really mean stepmom would say.
And we've lost track.
Oh, he's so
immediately.
nice. I would.
I know, you have
it
to
would
crush him
kill-
really hard.
It would kill me to tell him in person.
Answer, please. Go,
Okay,
Mr.
Straight Up Trick Shot. I actually read it. Sweet.
Yeah, you need glasses.
Oh, look at it. Answer the question. What's the question?
In your opinion, what is the best gas blowback M4 platform?
LM4.
Yeah.
It works the
Definitely
best in the
easiest.
cold. It's the most popular right now, so it has a lot of parts. The mags are easier to find. They take real steel rails and airsoft rails, both. If you want to
Stock
put rails on.
tube too?
Stock tube is mil spec tube, so it takes
Yep.
real steel stock tubes and stuff, or real steel
Stocks.
stocks and stuff like that. Overall, the performance on them is really good. I've
actually-
not been a fan of the walks from GMP. They have really bad cooldown. I'm not a fan of
And
the
they break really
WEs.
easily.
I'm not a fan of the WEs. The old school WAs that the GMP walks are based off of are plastic bodied. I don't know how those things are hard to find nowadays. I don't know if you're. The LM4 I think is the best bang for the buck. Now it is the most expensive too. That could be negative, but
Yeah. Once you get it broken in, you're good to go.
once you get it, you're gonna have to do a break-in period of like about 500 rounds. You're gonna have to shoot it a lot. You're gonna waste some gas and waste some BBs, but you have to wear it in. Ian Nye, what editing system do you guys use, and why do you guys have so much swag? Okay, editing system for the videos, we use all Adobe products in our office, so website and everything was all built with Adobe products of all the different types, so Photoshop, Illustrator, Dreamweaver, Flash, Premiere Pro for the videos, and Adobe After Effects for all of our beginning and intro bumps and all that stuff, and our name tags and all that. And why do we have so much swag? Well, when you've been playing for 6 years and 10 years and
I'm pushing
I'm
11.
pushing like 10 years.
pushing 10 years, when you've been playing as long as us, you just, especially when you come from the military first before you start BB warsing, you tend to just acquire swag, bro. It's nothing like, it's not like I'm like going out and burning like crap tons of money on it. I just know when to acquire it and when to swoop in on deals. That's also why all my stuff's different colors too, because I'm cheap. That was a quick one. Let's do another one.
We're just burning through them.
Matthew Roberts Jr. This is my new favorite hashtag. Hashtag AugBros for life. Hey, you have a fan now. All right.
I'm actually rebuilding mine right now.
He's rebuilding it right now, actually, on his downtime.
Just watch the next one's gonna have Altoona in it.
I was waiting for it.
You got away. You got away.
Phil Landon. Hi, guys, and greetings from New Zealand. Wow, that's awesome. I'd love to go to...
Hello.
It's the land of the Lord of the Rings, dude. That place
Country's
is awesome.
beautiful from what I can tell.
I'm so jelly bean.
I'm gonna go there.
I have one quick question. In a few of your past episodes, you refer to putting an O-ring between the hop-up and the receiver, or does the O-ring go between the hop-up and the front of the gearbox? The reason I'm asking this is that when I put the O-ring in front of my hop-up, I have a lot of feeding issues, and I'm relatively new to Airsoft and doing my own tech work as we don't have a lot of retail stores here. Any help would be very much appreciated. P.S. Thanks and keep up all the good work. Well, we appreciate the kind words. That's very nice.
Thank you.
What we do is a lot of hop-ups have that, traditional hop-ups have that little spring in front of them, right? And that's supposed to put back pressure against the gearbox to help make it so that it'll feed and do all that fun stuff.
I've broken so many.
You lose and break them all the time. What we do is on all of our personal guns up here, we get rid of all that crap. The Pro Wins come with a really rock-hard like screw that you have to adjust. Get rid of that too.
Yep.
We get rid of all that crap. And what we do is we use number 11 sized rubber O-rings.
He's probably going to come in.
He's going to probably grab some right now. That's why Matt's super excited.
There he is. He gets to do a tech thing.
Oh, get in the frame. That way people can see your ridiculousness.
Put it in here.
So what we do is we run these size O-rings in front of the hop-up.
Right in the face.
Well, this is also our barrel size. So that what we do is we line it up to make sure we know exactly what barrel size a gun takes. So this is up to a 20.
That's a 504,
that's a 20-inch barrel for an M16 all the way out there.
Yeah, boy.
So what we do is we run these dudes in front, and different guns take different amounts of them. So like a GMP, my GMP bodies usually take 1. Most VFCs take 1 to 2.
Combat machine's got 1 on it right now.
Combat machines generally
One,
take
if
1,
that.
maybe half of 1, because you can get thinner ones than this that are the same inner diameter. And what we do is we use these to replace the springs and the screws and all the stupid stuff that comes with hop-ups, because these won't wear out.
Yep.
They'll give enough to help you, to let you push your receivers together, but they'll push back enough to where this will not move at all. Ever. And it helps.
Brian Bauer again.
Is it an actual question, though?
I don't know what it was. I'll read it
Aw.
later. Sorry, Ryan. We love you.
We love you, though.
Sort
You
of.
work here now, so we get to troll you a lot. So that's what that's for. I suggest this for every Polar Star user, because the nozzle's so much more violent going back and forth that it'll, if you have any play, it's going to cause nothing but problems. So I suggest this for especially all HPA users, because it really greatly improves feeding issues and stuff like that. And it's cheap, and they don't really like wear out, so you can like put them on all of your stuff. And when you buy a pack of them, you get like
12 or
you get
10.
like 12 of them. Like
So you can put them on like
AK.
all of your
Now
rifles.
some guns are going to take a lot more of them. AKs, like I know Robbie's Beta Project AK are up there.
What, like 20?
It has like 20 of these things in there. It's like this. It's like this deep. But that's what we use them for. It's a really quick, easy, simple, lazy fix to a $1 million question that we get a lot. So that actually fixes like 9/10 of most people's Polar Star problems. Like it's just like
really silly, but it works.
really stupid, but it works. Do it.
Sabre Mark 42. Greetings from
fun
the
of me for
UK.
not
We're getting all the
reading
internationals today.
It's just Saber. It's
Oh, my
English
goodness.
Saber. Oh man, international people.
Oh, he's even talking in tongues. I think I'm gonna attempt to read this. I swear on me, mum, mate, you know nothing. John's. I don't know that one.
Oh, he's probably making fun
Johnny-
of some other kid in the comments section.
Probably.
Hey man, I don't moderate the trolls in the comment section. I don't touch that. So if you guys are mean to each other, it's not my business.
His question to us is, what's the one thing that most annoys you within... Oh, God, you've been waiting on this one, haven't you?
Ooh.
That annoys you most within Airsoft. Think for a bit. Let me finish it. Personally,
have
his
to.
are the snobs or people who give people stick for doing what they want, within reason. I'm in no way advocating banana pants and a PMC loadout.
Yes!
Always enjoy the videos, especially
You're being
the
made.
longer ones.
Robbie's getting made fun of from dudes in England about his banana pants.
Keep
This
up
is
the good work,
glorious.
guys. Well, thank you, Saber Mark 42.
Thank you for the kind words. I appreciate that,
Yes,
sir.
thank you for watching our videos from across the drink.
Across the drink. So, what is your most annoying thing about certain behaviors or BB Wars things in general? What is your most annoying thing?
Keep it simple, because this could go downward very quickly. That's not, just do something else.
Okay.
Quit acknowledging the wall.
Okay. You didn't see me pointing at all that.
They may be out of frame.
However, one of my biggest pet
Hopefully.
peeves is just people not calling hits. Because one of the biggest things I do is I run grenades. I run a lot of grenades.
He blows things up.
A lot of grenades.
One of
lot
the
of
the games I
grenades.
went to, I had to dump like 2 or 3 shells in like every person I shot at, and I'm running like 120 round shells.
Grenades don't count, bro.
But like, the catch is,
Watch the kid at Ohio eat a whole 120 round grenade to the face. He was already dead, dude. He was like putting his red rag on this dude around the corner. He's like, boom! He's like, you're dead, all of you. And it all just hit one kid. We're all like, no.
Whatever.
That poor kid was like,
So that's a common one.
the catch is, I always carry GMP slugs on me. I don't use them,
Unless he has to.
but
don't be that guy.
I'll fire 2 shells at somebody, watch them like bounce off their face from like 5-10 feet away, and then I'll be
slug.
really loud about me grabbing the slugs and putting it in, and then usually they'll just come right out, just surrender.
It's akin to like when the police show up at a house and they rack their shotguns. Even if they're
Yeah,
empty,
yeah.
people just come out.
Freedom.
usually works, but
Or the sound of the mag light of
I have
oppression
to
hitting
do
the
that.
window, like clank, clank, clank. What are you doing today? Like,
Your
ooh, I'm
windows are pretty
doing,
tinted.
doing nothing today, sir.
I'm going straight home.
That's just me.
My biggest pet peeve with Airsoft, I have two. I have two things. The first thing I have is that people cheat because they think it's a game that needs to be won. Airsoft is not a sport because it's different everywhere you play it. It's an activity. And as such, you should play as hard as you can, but you should be okay about losing. And so people who are not okay with losing, those are the people that rage out and cheat.
I usually have the most fun losing.
So yeah, I love being on the bad guy team because we're supposed to lose. We were supposed to lose Irene, and we whooped the shit out of those guys.
So funny.
Sorry, my bad. We got bored and played soccer in the
Yeah,
street.
we had a nice soccer game.
We had a nice soccer game.
I don't have a
That was a
rematch
lot of
one of these
fun.
days.
But like I hate that is that people feel like they need to win. I understand wanting to be competitive and playing hard, but my problem is that it's not something that needs to be won because it's just a game. It's just for fun. And your fun shouldn't take away from other people's fun. The other thing that I have a problem with is and I guess this can kind of fall on us because we're starting to get a little bit of a crowd when we go to games. People are recognizing us, which is kind of it's flattering. I wouldn't care. I don't think
know
I'm
why
like,
they do, but yeah.
yeah, I'm like I don't think I'm that special, but I have a problem with the idea of BB Wars celebrities. There's and I've met a lot of them, and there's a bunch of them that I really like. So I'm not going to name names about who I don't like and who I do, but I've met a lot of them by now. I've bumped into them. I've played games against them now because I've been to like 13 NatOps this year or something stupid. So like I've met every at least one weekend, at least 1 or 2 weekends a month. I've been on a NatOp. So like
It's not a bad thing.
no, it's not a bad thing, but I'm just saying like I've met them all by now. So like I can't stand the idea of BB War celebrities because though most of them are good, the idea that they exist. And a lot of kids like worship a lot of them, just kind of like how you worship like sports heroes and stuff like that. And those guys are purely there for companies to market product. That's just what they do.
They're salesmen.
They're salesmen.
We are too. So.
We are too. So I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Like that's why if you ever notice in the Honest Guys show, we do our best to keep bad products from getting onto our site.
No BB Wars.
So we don't.
There you go.
So we don't like. Since we don't bring bad products into our store, none of our reviews suck because we do our best to weed out the bad products before they even hit the shelf.
Yeah.
So that's so I have a problem with like those dudes taking advantage of their position.
Especially trying to push bad products.
And then when they push bad product because as a guy who's been around long enough, like a lot of that stuff, like you can see from a mile away, but don't buy that. Don't. Oh, they're gonna get a bunch of kids to buy that. And then what happens is within the coming months, we get a lot of calls like, "Ooh, this thing that I bought from wherever doesn't work," and I'm like, "Yeah."
I've gotten really good at putting out fires.
Yeah, like I'd say that as a shop that does our best to hide bad products from customers, that cat's trying to get through the door. Oh, shots fired.
Yeah.
I just like I said, I like a lot of them though. I do. There's a lot of people that I like. I like Bob. I love Bob. Bob's hilariously nice. Bob from Airsoft GI.
Yep.
Love Bob. I met Greg Wong. He's a cool dude. I like Greg Wong a lot. Met Desert Fox. He was a pretty cool guy. But there's a handful of them that I'm not gonna name. But like you gotta understand that they're there to sell product. And when you see them in that light, all of a sudden you realize exactly what their intentions are, and then kids will stop burning up their wallets on stupid things. So like I have a problem with Airsoft celebrities. That's what my pet peeve is. I think everybody should just be a BB Wars player and not a hero. Oh yeah, that's right. He goes down here.
Yeah.
What are you gonna? What's your butthurt thing that you?
It's purely just a minor opinion, but the OPSECing like your Facebook profile. I don't know why that irks me so
As a
bad.
dude who was in the army, that stuff drives me insane too. Actually, I'm like,
I understand that there are the impression groups,
and
but
I get that.
Oliver, watch our video from Irene. Oliver, about midway through, I think we did quite a extensive answer on a question about like what to wear for a milsim game, and at the end of his response, he basically said there's a large difference between what you need to carry to successfully do an airsoft game compared to what you want to wear to look cool for like an impression. And I feel like that line gets blurred very quickly, and then people end up just thinking they're crazy SF, and then they do all that. I'm like, just enjoy yourself, dude. Just have fun.
Just have fun, man.
No, the government's not. Government's not hunting you down.
And I hate it when people who buy nice stuff
and
really
don't know how to use it.
Well, that just comes with the territory. But I'm more so annoyed by people who buy nice stuff and then treat people who do not have the expendable income to buy as nice as stuff as them badly. I hate that too.
Yeah,
I'm like, you just don't do that. That's just not cool. Like, I'm like,
yeah.
Especially when the big deal is like guys like us who've been around a while, like the influx of young kids that are coming in now is just.
It's tenfold.
Dude, it's way 5 years ago. So much faster.
Yeah.
And so there's no reason to treat all these people like crap.
Yeah.
You're just setting a poor example. If you've been in for long enough to where you have like super nice stuff, like whether it's like a PTW or a Polar Star or it's an APC or a JPC or some cry cuts or whatever you've got, custom made this, lap pat that, whatever it is that you've got that's super swag, don't treat the people around you poorly. Just don't do it. It drives me crazy. Like I lurk in so many of those Facebook groups, and that stuff just.
I love like all the impressionists because like I actually talked to a couple of guys that ran Marine Corps loadouts, and they run nothing that we had. I mean,
they had way better gear than
they had nicer gear than I ever had. I was in Fallujah with like OD green random stuff the Spec Ops gear, like it was crap that I had to buy at the PX. Like
nothing on this wall behind us except maybe a standard mag and an ACOG. You didn't even have that, did you?
When I was overseas, I went overseas with a fixed carry handle M16A2. I cleared rooms in Fallujah with that, by the way. A fixed carry handle M16A2 with a Z-mount aim point, no vert grip. That was pretty much my standard rifle. I would have to carry anywhere between 14 and 21 mags, which I'd have to be creative on trying to find an OTV setup that would run that many mags. And I had a PASGAT helmet with a lightweight helmet system in it. We got fitted for ACHs, and only like half of our company got them, and I was at the bottom end of the alphabet, so I just didn't get an ACH. I just didn't get it. So got it after my deployment. But yeah, my thing is like those dudes. Everybody just needs to have fun.
Yeah, I feel
That's
like
just have fun, man.
The big of it is some people just need to take a step back. Maybe they've been playing it too long, or they kind of lost. What this is all about.
Especially a lot of people who only solely go to like the really high end games because then they start feeling like they're above. What really humbles you more than anything as a player? Go to like a local open play.
Yeah.
And go try to have some fun, and then watch yourself in all your suit. Like I've been schooled a bunch of times. Like I have all my expensive stuff in my real military training, and then some kid with a clear Springer hiding in a tire, like this who's like this tall, and he's like pop pop, and he gets me, and I'm just like, are you? God damn it! Really? Nothing is more humbling than getting wrecked with a kid with a clear Springer.
Yeah.
Like you're just like, Remember one time I was super excited, and like me and my buddies, we were at CIA. And we were doing the game where they like let everybody loose at once, and it's like 4 teams versus each other.
Yeah.
Well, our team ran upstairs, and we were so excited because we raffle stomped like 2 other teams, and we were getting ready to crush like everybody in this last team. This one kid from one of the teams we thought we wiped was hiding in a corner, and he just let all of us run past and shot all of us with a clear Springer. He murdered all 4 of us. I was like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Oh, sad.
I just remember back in the day when the guy to be was the dude with the hardballer.
Yeah.
The guy showed up at the game with a hardballer. Oh, you stay away from him. All right,
but
now
we're gonna go on location to some buddies of ours living in
Mericka.
It's just Dave.
Yeah.
It's my buddy Dave from Ohio, part of TF 150 that recently hosted the Casey Cavalier benefit game at Mercer. He wanted to be a part of it, but we couldn't fit in time, so we got him a question, so take it away.
Hi, my name is Dave Mericka from TF 150, helping out Amped at the Ohio Project. Coming at you for a little Ask Amped special appearance. So, without further ado, this is by Honey Buns. Love, all caps, the editing for the name introductions when you begin the episode. Great, yeah, I take full credit for everything that Haffles does for everything. Matt with TP. He does a lot and went to school for it, and he's really cool and everything. So, without further ado, I'm gonna get back to working. Stay classy, America.
All right, welcome back. Hey, grab a
Thanks,
question.
Mericka. Come on, freedom fries.
Freedom.
Oh no, I got a big one.
Oh, heyo.
With dates. Oh boy.
I'm gonna take a nap.
Okay, this is from Cole McGuane.
Uh-oh.
So, wear knee pads when at Steel City, because on Saturday, November 1st, 2014, I got shot in the knee. Ooh. Then fell into a pile
He was
of
an adventurer
BBs.
until he got shot in the knee.
Oh man, that would hurt so bad. During that time, my team was getting pushed back to the spawn. So, yeah, a guy came around and shot me even though I couldn't see stands.
Get through it.
No, that literally makes...
I couldn't stand.
I couldn't stand, probably,
Okay.
is what he was going for.
True story by Colt McGuane, or if you can't pronounce it, McGuane. I appreciate that though.
That was a thing. I don't know. That's not a question, though, so...
Give him
But
another one.
I feel your pain.
You pulled it.
There
You pulled it.
Now... All right, so this is going to be a short one. Brian McGinnis, what are your
this
thoughts
is an
on
old
Senate Bill 199? This has been around for a minute, dude.
Wow.
September. What are your thoughts on Senate Bill 199? Here's the problem. There is nothing I can do about Senate Bill 199 because I am not from California.
And it's passed, hasn't
And
it?
that is passed.
Yeah, a
that
long
is
time ago.
that is done. The big deal about Senate Bill 199 is it's going to make it harder for people in California to BB wars. Retailers are going to have to slightly modify product in order to sell it. But there's nothing I can do about that because I am not a registered voter in California. I do not vote for the elected officials who run California. I do not. There's literally nothing I do. The only thing I can do is raise my hands up in the air and on Facebook or whatever and just be like, "Brr," but this doesn't matter because I can't vote there. So that's all up to the voting public of California because that's both on their shoulders for electing their elected officials and it's on their elected officials for representing them or misrepresenting them or representing them in order to gain money from special interest groups. So there's nothing I can do about it. How does the hippo feel about that? So there you go. That's it. That one was whatever. So let's just go get another one. Oh man, all these are big.
I know.
Kind of scary.
Hunter Baumiller. That's a cool name.
We're gonna
If that's
die.
your real name, that's a cool name. Dear Amped, I love all of your vids and you guys are awesome. And I know you
Thank you,
already
sir.
have partly answered this question. But for a DMR build, what would be best, S&P or Polar Star? Also, what hop-up unit would you recommend for optimal range and accuracy? Thanks, guys, and keep up the good work. We've answered this a bunch of times, but it'll be a quick, glossy overview. For a DMR, if you're staying, if you're trying to get for like maximum, the extra money that goes into the Polar Star is going to give you a certain percentage of gain. It's not going to be a
Worth
lot.
every penny.
We're not talking like 50% better. We're not talking even like 20% better. We're talking like 3 to 5. So it's not like you're going to be getting that much more out of it. But if that's what you want and you really need that little edge in performance, then the Polar Star will be your go-to. If you want to run like a rifleman setup or a support gun setup, though, I wholeheartedly recommend the S&P because it's very efficient stock out of the box. It has a lot of, dude, in the last like month, he has come out with so many nozzles for that thing. It can fit in like everything. They're just like
Masada.
every type of Masada, F and FAL, just
LMGs, like anything.
Yeah,
the weirdest stuff. So like if you want like a machine gun or a rifleman, the S&P is a lot quieter. The S&P is a lot more efficient stock. Now you can get the Polar Star to be more efficient, but it takes a little bit of work and a little bit of extra cash. So in the long run, the Polar Star is going to be more expensive. The S&P starts at $390. So that's just what it is. Now for a hop up, if it can fit it, we always suggest like for M4 style guns, the Pro Win hop up, because unlike say like its competitors in the high end hop up market, like the Promi Perfect chamber,
Love them, but way overpriced.
love the
Yeah.
Promi Perfect chamber, but here's a couple issues with it. It's more expensive. It's like 60 something bucks. It's expensive. I think it's even more than that, isn't it? No, it's like 60 something.
60.
It does not come complete, so you have to cannibalize another hop up for all your parts. The Pro Win is cheaper and is CNC machined aluminum versus pot metal. And then on top of that, it comes with all the parts. and it's a rotary hop-up, so it doesn't unadjust itself.
It's more precise.
It's more precise. So the Pro Win for $35 versus $60, I think, is a steal.
Yeah.
It is a steal for M4s. They also make Pro Wins for P90s, G36s, and AKs. Some AKs require some modification of the Pro Win to get it fit. It just depends on the brand. But that's what I'd recommend because they're cheaper and they're more precise.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Love the S&P though. I'm thinking of doing my G3 with one.
Matt Legler, what is your opinion on the boogie regulators, Sport and Igniter? I'm assuming Igniter's
The red lens.
Yeah.
I like them. I like the Boogie Sports. I like them better than the regulators. The Boogie Sports sit a little further from your face.
Yeah.
But they still seal. I think they're a little more comfortable, and they're cheaper. And I don't think they fog as much, especially the new ones. They just came out with like new redone lenses for all of their goggles, and they actually fog a lot less, and they're a lot nicer.
That's what I've been hearing.
And the Igniter lens, I mean, the lens color is your call. I prefer clear.
Yeah.
That's
We
yeah.
know.
You love to
We
go.
know.
He loves to like do night games with black lenses, and he's like, can't see anything. I'm like,
That's why I run support. They just point
Yeah.
in direction.
I just point him and let him pull buttons on his gun. But I like them. I think they're cool.
Uh-oh. Andre Rosado, which video has the R-Hop challenge?
Ooh, that was one of the Asked Amp videos.
It's been
back
mentioned 2 or
in-
3
A
times.
couple times, yeah.
I think it was like way back when we were at that was when we were at
Carnegie.
Carnegie Science Center.
Restate it, Mr. Challenger.
All right. So, give us
Camera
a
can see
time.
you over there.
I don't care. It's the principle of the matter. So,
Bring it in.
give us a time and a place. We have the rangefinder, like the actual like hand you walk out.
Yeah, if
the
you're in
Like
a
range.
game- where we're
CSI,
at.
the body went this far from the
Yeah.
car thing.
Just let us know. We'll bring it out and
We'll measure 300-foot range, 100 yards, which were a lot of people is their, especially with HPA guns, is like their golden number to hit is 300 300 feet, 100 yards.
Yeah.
So we'll measure it out, and then we'll even bring a gun bench so that you can't like lob them in the air trying to lob them out there. We'll do straight line shots and we'll measure out. We'll measure them out and see who shoots the furthest.
Yeah.
Because I would hazard a guess that most hop-up setups shoot very, very similar. You're only looking at like small percentages of gain, one versus another. So like and most people don't do their R-hops,
we'll
right?
also bring the BBs.
Yeah, well, that way it's
So,
consistent
yeah.
across the board.
Yeah.
Same weight BBs and everything.
I'm really excited to see this because I mean I've seen a couple done, but like
Most people just don't build their R-hops right. That's the problem. So
Yeah.
then they think that they can fit it in that group. They can make those really good claims, but then they just don't put them together right, and then they just are abysmal.
Yep.
because the one gentleman that
So bad.
that did call us out on that and came to the event and tried to challenge us claimed that his bucking was ripped, but he went to the event with the ripped bucking.
Especially when you shot first.
Yeah.
You shot first and you were just
What was that at?
was it Irene, wasn't
Oh,
it?
I don't remember that.
No, Kurt did it.
Oh, it was with Kurt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like when that Kurt actually had his, I can't remember what gun it was. It's probably his.
It's probably
416.
HK.
Yeah.
It's probably his HK. He has an HK M4, not a 416. But it's
My
a...
bad.
Well, that is a...
Was that a hurricane?
That's a hurricane body. So that thing is like dinosaur
school.
old. And that's like,
Probably,
and that's full aluminum
I got
too.
that receiver too.
That thing's full aluminum too. It's like nice and swag.
Old that swag.
Ugh, it's got real trademarks as they are in the real gun. That was before people started suing people for trademarks.
I got the Colt one.
Oh, you got the Colt one?
yeah.
It's nice too.
I painted it. Whoops.
Oops.
Oh, why did you? Oh, it's so big.
I
Oh,
just
no.
described the corner and pulled.
Well, that might be the end of the video right there.
Okay. This is from Crafted FTW. So, thanks for answering my question. Yeah, it's FTW, which you probably, or for the win, whichever.
No,
one.
wait.
Keep reading.
Which you probably won't want to say in front of the camera. Fuck the world.
Damn it. I don't bother editing you.
No,
Oh,
don't
I,
edit me.
I didn't read that far. Not for the win.
Yeah.
Oh,
He doesn't pre-read.
darn.
Pre-weed.
Just let him
Okay,
go.
I was wondering. Now looking back, I may just drop a Polar Star into a Scar. All I would need would be the Scar nozzle, technically.
If you do the heavy.
And what about the ambi selectors? And have you had any experiences with the TM recoil shock scars?
Ooh.
And how easy would it be to fit a P-Star into one? VC scars are hard to find in the UK. All right, I'm going to stop there, and I'll answer that and then go back to this.
Buy a VFC scarf from us because we now ship. We do all international orders straight off our website now. We've now streamlined everything. I built that into the website. You're good to go. So if you want a VFC scar, you can buy it from us. If you want a pre-Polar Starred VFC scar, you can buy it from us. Yep. You'll be the one actually building it.
It's up to them though to double check all their import laws.
They have to check all their import laws because we are not held responsible for anything that gets seized at port or anything that violates shipping laws in your country. So that is up to you.
For UK, I know you have to have your license on the outside of the box because we're actually shipping one right now.
Yeah.
But that's really all I know about the laws, unfortunately.
Do not do not
tips are must.
You cannot don't Polar Star a TM recoil shock. Just don't do it. Here's the thing. First of all, it's a TM. So I don't know what it is about TM guns.
No one knows how they work.
But I don't know how they work, but they got like little pixie dust in them.
Dust.
And they shoot really well out of the box and they work. So just don't touch it. Mm-hmm. If you have a TM recoil shock scar, enjoy it just as it is. Do not touch it. Just run it as it is, and I guarantee you it'll outshoot like half to 3/4 of whatever you run into. Even if it only shoots 300 FPS, it's just gonna shoot.
Yeah.
Okay, so as far as dropping the scar into your gun,
if you're doing
if it's a light, it's an M4 nozzle. If it's a heavy, you have to have the heavy nozzle. As far as the ambi selector goes, you cannot use the Polar Star ambi selector bar because that's technically for the like PDWs and M4s and all that.
Yeah, it's for an M4.
But
you'll have to use the one that you'll have to basically rebuild the one that comes with the gun.
And that's all I do. Two things you'd have to modify for the scar itself, or technically. At least for VFCs, that has like a weird like little hookup thing in the back. You'd have to kind of snap off the one side. When you actually see it, it'll actually make sense. But kind of hard to explain.
You have to drill a hole in the back of the butt plate too.
For the wiring, you have to drill a hole through the back if you want it stock. I've also wired to the grip, which you don't have to modify anything.
It just depends on whatever you want. What's the second half?
Oh yeah. Also, what is the biggest game in the USA? In the UK, the biggest game is about 3,000 players. Holy crap. However, it is complete mayhem because the site can't really accommodate all those people, which I...
That sounds hilarious.
Any field can.
That sounds hilarious.
What are the FPS limits for the US for AGs, DMRs, and BAs?
I don't know. It probably means like...
bold actions. Bold actions. Yep. Sorry for such a long question. And... Banana pants. What the fuck are they?
What the fuck are banana pants?
Thanks, Anthony. Love the vids, guys. Keep them up.
Thank you,
sir.
Biggest games in America typically top out at about 500 players.
700 for
1,000 was Lion Claws there. His main one in California.
1,000.
He has it on like a giant ranch.
That has got to be just pure pandemonium, though.
Is that the one that's like all vehicles?
They have like companies of dudes, and I know. I don't
actual
keep up on that
Lion
one because
Claws.
it's the actual Lion Claws, like the
real.
main, the original. That I don't know the last few years, but I know like 2-3 years ago, couple of my guys were considering it. It was just logistical nightmare to get out there.
We were considering going as a shop this year because the East Coast players are East Coast America, like east of the Mississippi players in America, typically are really hardcore milsim.
Mm-hmm.
The speedball is not as big on that half of the country. And so we're used to playing like real hardcore, like lay in the dirt for an hour, pop up like a trapdoor spider, kill a dude, and then go hide in a bush again. Like
scurry away.
Like we're used to doing crazy shit like that. And so we wanted to go to that just because we felt that if we just kind of quietly separated ourselves from our command and control, we could just wreak total havoc in a game that big. Especially because Polar Stars aren't that big out there. So like with suppressed Polar Stars, we could have hid in a bush all day and just murdered people. People would have been hunting for us, and like it would have been awful. We wanted to go, we just couldn't go. Lion Claws is big.
Hopefully next year.
Typically, most of the games we go to max around 500 players, and that tends to get kind of ridiculous sometimes.
Average 300.
I prefer player counts from like Black Sheep Games or the Ohio Project was good, where it's like 200 to 250. So that way you have enough squads of each team to where you feel like you can, get into some real serious big firefights, but yet at the same time, they're not so many people that it's not just one giant bottleneck where everyone's just shooting in one spot.
Yeah.
I've been to too many games like that, and it just sucks. It's awesome.
And then, the banana pants thing. Robbie, the media guy, used to be in all the videos, but now he's in school, so he shows up every once in a while. He had banana pants. Hey, what's up, Robbie?
Hey, guys.
Speak of the devil.
Speak of the devil, young Robbie's
Oh,
here.
you don't have them on.
He does not have banana pants on,
No,
but
they're
he,
not on today.
but he does have a really swag
That
jacket.
was timing if I've ever seen it.
I heard you guys talking. I'm like,
Some dude from, where's he from?
UK.
The
Some guy in
UK.
the UK called you on his
He's like, what the fuck are banana pants? So
all right, well.
they were yellow pants.
Revolutionary
Throwing at
War.
Robbie. Throwing at Robbie.
Robbie, do you
I'm
want to
sure-
you
I'm
want to
sure
roll
you'll
in?
see one
You want a guess question?
Just
slide
sit on
in
his
here.
lap.
Here, Matt. Take
You let him read it?
here. Okay, guys.
Hey, babes.
By the way, the British guy, American Revolution. Yeah, that happened. So.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Shots fired.
6mm Madness says hello, smiley face. I was wondering who exactly came up with the BB Wars logo.
Yeah, that was me.
That was awesome. And what it is.
And me and our
meaning.
shipping guy Eric. He was
Also, it'd be really cool if you started a video series of stuff you could do with paracord on guns.
gonna do that actually in the how-to series. So that's coming.
Yeah, actually, explain the logo real quick.
The logo is Mjolnir. That is Thor's hammer.
Yeah, yeah.
And Mir and Thor's shield. The thing was, we were discussing it, and a lot of tactical gear companies and airsoft companies, they stick real heavy on Spartan stuff and ancient Greek and Roman stuff.
Yeah.
And I thought that type of symbolism was well overplayed. So Eric, the shipping guy, was like, we should do something Viking themed, and I was like, yes, we should do something Viking themed. So.
Yeah.
I took the hammer and shield, and I thought it was fucking cool, so I did it. Well, there you go. And I designed that. All the packaging on the BBs I did, and all the logos and all that stuff. I did all that too. So yeah, it was just something I thought was cool.
Yeah.
Let's see here, Aaron Evan. When I asked the question about a huge budget to build a gun, I meant from zero to ready to fight, parts, attachments, cosmetics. So he wants the whole deal. What would you build? I think that was.
Did that, didn't
I think that was like a what would you build question. Like what would you run?
it was like $5,000 or something.
Yeah, I would run HPA setup. What kind of body would I want?
You wanted a 308 something.
I want a 308 real hard, but I can't argue with an M4 because it's still good.
Mags.
With all those mags too, so expensive. Let's see here. Would have a nice tack light, so probably like a 500 lumen scout would be a really solid choice. Optics would be an aim point with a kill flash with a flip to side magnifier would be super sweet. Banana creamed.
And there's banana pants.
Spray painted. It still wouldn't even like vert grips. I like standard vert grips over AFGs because I don't understand the need to control recoil on a gun that doesn't recoil. And besides, I go thumb over anyways without an AFG, so I don't see the point
You
in
got
it.
about $3,500 left for gear.
Gear. So here's the big deal. Like the big deal with running like a 308 or a big gun or like an AK is that you're gonna need gear to hold those mags.
Yeah.
So generally that would require a new setup of pouches and plate carriers. So me, I would probably run, since I have a Mayflower APC, I would probably just run a Mayflower 308 chest rig that holds about 6 mags of 308 mags, and they just bolt onto it, just click, 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 and then just go. That's like my tastes are pretty cheap actually. That still wouldn't even be that expensive.
Mine's the same. I'd want
I'd
to do like an old school.
Yeah, that's what I want. You know what I want in
Yeah.
a custom gun that works? I want a gun that actually works. Airsoft stuff breaks way too often.
If I could build one that I could treat like a real, like
Like
beat it up like
my old M16
maintenance like
when
a
I was in
real
Iraq.
one.
That
I'd
M16
be
got
set.
tossed from trucks
Yep.
and all kinds of stuff, and guess what? Every time I picked it up, no matter how dirty it got, it was like pew pew pew. It still fucking pewed.
I want one I can like sneak out of the water with. Still works. Ding ding ding. Threat. Ding ding ding.
I've broken so many guns.
Trying to swim with them.
Well, actually, one was
Get wrecked.
Get wrecked.
we were trying to hammer something in, and
Hammer.
we punched a hole through someone's
His
Kevlar,
favorite.
like, real like Kevlar.
What was
Don't
Kevlar
ask.
doing
Don't
there?
ask.
Science.
This is before I got there, and then we punched a hole in a M16 stock. So
I guess that's what I want though. Answer a couple more. We can do a couple short ones.
Trying to get to this dark cave that is the bottom of this bin.
dude, it's tough to reach the bottom.
Uh-oh.
Hey, we got another Aaron Evan, huh?
Aaron Evan, only the surefire Hellfighter is to op.
Oh, he's talking about what's our high lumen flashlights OP. The Hellfighter is ridiculous. It can
So
light
crazy.
paper on fire from a foot away. So,
Surefires light things on fire if you leave them on too long.
well, that's what
Well,
happens
this
when
is
you have.
like 30 seconds catching shit on fire.
It's a good light.
Yeah, like that light I
Put it
think
with
is what,
magnifier,
like
zap ants.
that thing is like what, 3,000 lumens or something? Get
I
wrecked,
was
son.
waiting for this one. Ma Deuce in response to the first Irene video.
Oh.
That wasn't me, it was some other a-hole. Ma would have never used one of her BB Wars BBs unamped. Wait, yes I would, lol.
I do distinctly remember hiding behind a pillar and getting hit with like ridiculous ricochets for like about a
The
minute
receiving
straight.
end of Ma
That
Deuce
hurts
is
so
dirty.
bad.
You called a ricochet
Well, like-
because it hurt.
Yeah, I was like, fuck. Was it hit me in the nose? I was like,
Ma Deuce, well, it shoots at
like 2
2
joules.
joules, so they keep it at like a minimum 100-foot engagement distance. But it doesn't matter.
Well, they ricochet
It
so
tears
hard.
stuff apart. There's a reason that thing shoots that nice. I'm gonna grab one more.
Yeah, dude, I
felt like crying.
like remember it hit me in the face. I was like,
Alright, last guy.
I was like,
Yeah, Ma Deuce
ugh.
is not fun to be on the receiving end of.
It looks hilarious though.
It's awesome. Paul Blackburn, for your next Ask Amp video, I was wondering when you guys are going to restock the SR47 and also talk about what I should get since I'm 6'1". What should I get? Is that
You're
compatible
the same
for
size
both
as me.
CQB and field play? Well, if you like the SR47 and you have AK mags,
The
do it.
SR47, the reason it's not restocked is because technically we put it on the website anticipating its release. It has not actually sold yet.
Yes.
It's just on the site right now as a placeholder until the real one comes in. So when it comes on the site, you'll be able to buy it. The SR47 is cool. It takes AK mags, but it's an M4 shape.
Personally, I'm really excited about them. I'm not gonna get the special edition one because I mean it's a standard SR47. I'm waiting for the
key mod one.
Yeah, the production one for the key mod.
Yeah.
Personally, I am 6'1", 6'6'1", depending on what shoes I wear.
What shoes?
So I'm the same size as you. What I would recommend, if you're looking for sizing for stuff, what was exactly looking for? Like what, like gun size or?
I think you just meant in general. I mean, oh jeez.
Oh jeez. Okay. Well, anyways, so sizing, you're gonna be looking for medium or large regular for your sizing on stuff. Plate carriers and stuff, you're probably gonna run a large regular, medium, a medium cummerbund. If you're not a bigger dude, if you say weigh like right around $180 to 200 pounds, you're gonna run like a medium plate, medium cummerbund or something like that, or a small, or like a, it just depends on whatever your size your torso is.
If anything, if you have friends, try their stuff.
If you're super tall, or you're super lanky, M4s and M16s and bigger guns are not gonna feel awkward in your body because, even full stocked guns like M16s and G3s and all that big stuff, it's not going to feel weird to you because you're a bigger dude. Like Matt's a little shorter than me, and this Matt's also a little shorter than me, so like if they were trying to run a G3 or an M16, it'd feel a little awkward to them because that stock is long on an M16, for example. But you probably want to run with something that's a collapsible stock. I'd say 14.5 inch M4 to 10 inch M4 is probably your best bet for like maneuverability versus accuracy and range trade-offs. I just...
Well, if he's looking at
he wants an
SR47,
SR47,
he's pretty set on a mid.
Well, that's going to be a 14 inch... That's like a 14.5 inch barrel or a 16 or a 16 inch barrel. So you're pretty much set.
Is that the one? That's the one we have on the website, right?
There's limited edition ones or whatever there. But yeah, when those finally release, yeah, you can just hop on and buy them. They just haven't released yet. I put them on... well, I didn't put them on the site, but we put them on the site so that they'd be there. So as soon as we got them in, we would just add a quantity to the site and they'd go live. So that's why it's not not that we sold them out, but they will be there. So just hopefully keep your eyes out. We're waiting on Crytek to release them.
Crytek, they're probably just bogged down because they came out with awesome products and they're just they're a startup company, so we're
I wholeheartedly recommend their AEGs. If you're going to do an HPA build with a Crytek, I wholeheartedly recommend an S&P combination with the Crytek because it just would work really well together. Their receivers are really super solid and really nice. If you use the S&P, you're going to get to keep the bolt release and all the fun functions of the gun because you have to use the gearbox. The rails are super nice and they're mil spec, which is super sweet. They're nice and light. If you keep it as an AEG, even though they're typically heavier than HPA guns, it's still super light.
Stupid light.
And you fired in a 3-game period, you fired close to like 120,000 rounds through yours.
It was over 100,000 rounds.
And
games.
it finally...
Look for that review too coming up.
A long-term review on the Crytek. Well, just the Crytek in general, because the Shrike was the gun to get abused.
Yeah.
And it broke.
So he finally found a way to...
When I was trying not to break, it broke.
Yeah, he was trying to do some fan damage, and it happened.
She's great.
Yeah, I really like the Cryteks. They're so super nice. They're over-engineered. They're just good.
They're good.
They're good.
That's it.
Anything else you guys want to add? Anything like that? Anything special? Black Friday stuff's going to be coming up pretty soon, so keep an eye out for that. We're going to think of that's actually, I can go ahead and announce that now. For Black Friday,
contest, yeah.
for Black Friday and all the way through the Black Friday weekend, anybody who orders something, doesn't matter how big it is, on our website or in store if they come in store, everybody who buys something is going to be put in for a drawing to win 3 really swank prizes. So if you bought something from us during Black Friday weekend, even if it's a patch or something stupid like that, you will be entered into a prize drawing to get some cool stuff. So keep an eye out for that, because we haven't decided exactly what we're going to put in there yet, but let's just say that the largest prize is going to be probably minimum of like $350 value. So single item, $350 value, which is going to be that's going to obviously be something really nice.
What could it be?
What could it be?
Does it mean if I'm not working, I can?
No, you don't count.
No, you lose.
don't
Don't even just try. So that's also welcome to our new studio that me and Matt have rebuilt. Because now that it's cold, it snowed today, so we didn't get to go outside.
It's snowing in Yinsburg.
Yinsburg is snowing.
It's already sitting out there.
So
Yeah.
we were just like, we're not going outside for Ask Amp. So this is where we're going to be start doing all of our videos and stuff, and we relit everything, and everything's all super swanky and cool. It's got all of our personal stuff up there, so that way you can guys see what we run, and you can kind of keep an eye out for it. Yeah, so that's going to be cool. So check us out on Instagram, which we might be doing a contest there pretty soon, because we're getting ready to roll up on 2,000.
Yep.
We're about 3/4 of the way to 2,000 likes on Instagram, so we might start doing another contest there. So keep an eye out for that. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Google+, our own website, Vine, which we haven't done a Vine in a minute, but we got to do a Vine. We'll probably do it on Black Friday when we're all miserable and sad.
Yeah.
Anyways, thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to submit your questions down below or on Facebook. This has been Anthony for Amped Airsoft.
OG Matt.
Yeah, the other Matt. See you guys in 2 weeks.
Oh, that's right. Bi-weekly. Sorry. Peace.